Okay. Next, I have a grant request from the Lebanon Valley Exposition Corporation, submitted by Pat Kerwin, the director there. This would be for a grant to construct a large freestanding sign with electronic messaging along Rockerty Road in North Cornwall Township, right in front of the Expo Center facility. Many years ago, several years ago, there were funds that were set aside after the dissolution of the Lebanon County Industrial Development Authority. There were some residual funds from their existence, and when their charter was dissolved by the county commissioners, there was approximately $170,000 that came back to the county. It was set aside in a separate account, which the treasurer took care of at the time, and was there for the intent of using it for economic development sort of activities. The first thing you used some of that money for, if you'll recall, was an economic impact study for the Expo Center back about 3 or 4 years ago now, and I think that was in the neighborhood of $20,000 or $25,000 that you spent from that fund. There remains $144,615 in that fund, and the estimated, the estimated cost and the request for the grant from the Expo is in the amount of $108,000 to erect this sign, and I think you all had an opportunity to see the application and the rendering that they did of the sign and so on. So, and all of the reasons and descriptions and so on that Mr. Kerwin included. Up until now, it wasn't possible to erect this sign due to some zoning prohibitions in North Cornwall Township. It's our understanding now that this will be allowed, and I know they had a hearing on their zoning ordinance recently, and I think if they haven't already, they expect to adopt that, and that will open the door for the ability for the Expo to put this sign up once and for all. They've been hoping for it for a long time. So, with that, I'll leave it to you to consider that grant.
Seek a motion.
I'd like a motion to do that. I'd like to make a comment and
Second.
get a second.
You have a motion and a second.
I just think it's important that I make everyone aware that one of the reasons that the Expo Center held off on doing this sign, well, of course, the main reason was that they weren't able to do it because of the zoning ordinances, but once they felt they had that cleared up, there's a concern about the entrance to the Expo Center may be moved if that project out there ever gets rolling. But this sign is supposed to be constructed in a way that it can be moved to another foundation at another opening. So I think that's important to note that.
Yeah, this is a 25-foot sign, so this is a sign. This is a first-class operation out there that has had really a low-class sign as an entrance and an announcing. This can be, this has all sorts of good things that'll come with it, and really I think it'll reflect exactly the quality of the operation that we have under Mr. Kerwin out at the Expo. So it'll be a great addition out there.
Put it on the map.
Long in coming, yes.
Yep.
Yep. So the motion, is that subject to the permit approval?
They were told that Mr. Long, who is the acting, I mean, he may even be permanent now, I'm not sure, Tom Long, but he said that he will sign the permit.
Okay.
He's ready to sign it. So.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.